Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to DAZ Reacts, and today I have my first Russell Peters reaction video for you. And in this one, he's talking about Indian parents versus white parents. And as you can probably tell, this is an old video based on the quality of what I'm about to watch, but it's new to me. It's another comedian that got suggested to me in the comments that I have not watched yet. And I love watching new comedians that can make hopefully that can make me laugh and have me like nearly falling off my seat, but they're few and far between. They're hard to come by, and obviously that's just for my particular taste in stand-up comedy, whereas some other comedians could have you laughing your head off and they wouldn't have me laughing. There's some that could have me laughing my head off and you'd be sitting there thinking like, what's this guy laughing at? It's just the way it works. Like, everyone has a different taste, and I'm hoping Russell Peters, I'm hoping I'm saying his name right, I'm hoping Russell Peters can do just that. So we're going to get straight into this. I'm looking forward to it. Enjoy. If you're a Russell Peters fan and there's any other videos that you want me to react to, then let me know in the comments down below and I will get round to doing it. But until then, let's get into this.
The thing that separates immigrant families from the regular Canadian families, you know? Doesn't matter where your parents are from. They weren't born in this country. They will whoop your ass when you're growing up, won't they? It doesn't matter where your parents from. Ukraine, you know what I'm saying? They'll beat you with a cabbage roll. You know what I'm saying? They'll smack a pierogi upside your head if they have to. They'll beat you, right? Immigrant parents will beat their kids. Canadian parents, they're a little too soft on their kids. And that's fine, you know, whatever makes you happy. But you need to start beating your kids. I'll tell you why. Because growing up, kids now are growing up in a multicultural society. You know, you're going to have white kids growing up with black kids and brown kids and Asian kids, and they're all going to be hanging out in the playground. You know what I mean? And they're going to be talking about the ass whooping they got last night. Do you want that little white kid to feel left out? Beat that child so he's not a social outcast. You'll be sitting around, man, my dad beat my ass. My dad beat my ass too. The white kid will be like, I got sent to my room. Well, I'll be like, you've got a room? You need to beat the kids, man. Indian parents will beat their kids. Chinese parents, I would hate to get beat. Parents know kung fu and stuff, man. I would hate to mess up in a Chinese house, man. Hey, tap this bong. Come here. It says you got an F in school. They wouldn't even need to beat you. They just go, no, Sonny J.
Well, what I was saying at the beginning about like my kind of comedy, this is my kind of comedy. So like, if you're taking note, if you know any like comedy like this where it's like impressions and things like that, and this is my kind of comedy, just for a heads up.
Indian parents aren't afraid to kill their kids if they have to. My dad's theory was, if I get rid of one, I'll just make another one. And I will tell the new one what an idiot the last one was. Jamaican parents will beat their kids for no reason sometimes, won't they? Hey boy, come here. Yes, Daddy? What's that for? Just in case.
I like this guy.
White people, please beat your kids.
Do you know what the thing is? That's the one thing that you don't really see that much anymore. Like I said, this seems like an old video. I may be wrong. It may just be the recording quality. But like, one thing that you don't really see anymore is impressionists, comedians that do impressions of other languages. That's the thing. You used to see them quite a lot, but now it's a lot harder to actually get away with it today. But like, he's doing it. That, like, I'm presuming he's Indian. But like, he's done a Chinese accent, he's done a Jamaican accent, but he's not done it in a way where it's being offensive or taking the piss or anything. He's just done it in a way to get laughter, and that's fine. But yeah, like I say, you don't really see it no more, which is a shame.
I'll tell you why else, because when I was growing up, right, I grew up around a lot of black people, which was fine, because the black people never picked on me. White kids, not so friendly back then. But every now and then, a white kid would come and hang out with us. And we were like, wow, a white kid. I've heard so much about you. And here's where the problem is. When a white kid would hang out with us, we'd want to be like the white kid. We would want to start to do everything like the white kid. We wanted to copy that white kid so much. And the problem is when we would start taking that white kid's advice on how to deal with our parents. That'll get you friggin' murdered, man. I remember hanging around this one little white boy, Ryan, when I was 10 years old. I went to his house after school one day, right? His parents never beat him, and they never even yelled at him. He could do anything he wanted, and nothing was going to happen to him. But he was an angry kid. We walked into his house after school one day, his mom goes, Ryan, go clean your room. Fuck you, bitch! His mom goes, what am I going to do with him?
Honestly, I have seen kids like that. I can't stand it, especially that. I don't really see it that much now because I'm a driver. But when it was the case, like before I met my wife and I started driving, I was on public transport all the time, buses, trains. And you see it so much that like you see the way that some of these kids talk to their parents. And nah, hell no. I sit there and like, it annoys the crap out of me that like I could be on the bus and like hear the way one kid is talking, and I want to jump in. I want to like shout at this kid like, you can't talk to your mum or your dad like that. You got to shout. And these parents are so timid. Like for me, I don't beat my child. Like I never would. But yeah, she ain't getting away with like. If she ever spoke to me like that, she knows that like verbally she's gonna get it, and like it would shut her down quickly. That's the thing. That I'm one of these that I've only ever really had one outburst from my little girl, and there was no swearing or anything involved. She was just a lot younger, and it was actually going out to get an Halloween costume. And I said to her, like, I made it clear that we're gonna get a Halloween costume, and that's it. And she screamed her head off in this like supermarket because she wanted a toy instead of an Halloween costume. And she screamed the one and only time she's done it. And I grabbed her by the arm and I dragged her out of this shop. And everyone's looking at me. I was like, what the hell are you looking at? Go away. Like, my language was a lot worse than that. But yeah, I dragged her out of this shop. She's never done it since. Honestly, absolutely never done it since. But now, I like beating. I was never beat growing up. Like, my mum and dad never beat me or my sisters or my brother. So it's not something that I would go on to do with my kids. But growing up, we got shouted at a lot. That's the thing. So I don't really shout at my daughter a lot because she's a good girl anyway. But there is times where she needs to be shouted at, and like when it comes to getting verbal, I can get verbal.
I go, Ryan, you can't talk to your mom like that. Yes, I can. She's a jackass. Don't say that, man. She'll hit you. No, she won't. She's not allowed to. What the hell are you talking about, man? My parents hit me. Yeah, well, next time they try it, you tell them to fuck off. Are you sure? Trust me, it works for me. So I went home. For the last time. I walked in the house, my dad goes, Russell, come and do the dishes. Fuck you, Dad. What the hell did you say to me? Do I look like Ryan's mom? Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. That was my dad's threat. Right before he beat me. Every single time. Oi, Russell. Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. I hated that threat. You know why? Because he'd always say somebody. He'd never tell you it was you. I mean, you knew it was you. But he'd give you this hope. Oi, Russell. Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. Somebody. I'm not gonna say who. Oh, I think you might know him very well. I'm in the back praying. I hope it's my brother, man. Please. I saw that little brat Ryan at school a few days later. I was like, yo, your little plan almost got me killed. He goes, oh, sorry, dude. I forgot to tell you the other part. If he's still going to hit you, threaten to phone Children's Aid. Why? Because if you phone Children's Aid, they'll come and take your dad away, and he'll get in trouble. You won't even have to call. Just pretend. It'll scare the crap out of him. You're 10 years old, you figure out how to scare the crap out of your dad? That's like...
You don't get that now. That is actually a thing now as well, that like if you hit your children can actually call through to like children's services and that. And like it comes down on the parents, which I believe is wrong. I think there's parents out there that like they beat their kids too much, but I mean like a smack on the bum and things like that is not going too far. There's some people that think it would be, but I don't personally believe a smack on the bum is taking it too far. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. When it comes to accents, that like I don't know. Like I said earlier, like you don't really get people that do accents anymore. But I really like the Indian accent. That's the one accent that like for years, like pretty much all of my life, I've always done the Indian accent. That yeah, you just don't get it no more. Another thing is like you remember as well that like now it is the case that like if you smack a child that like they can call through to Children's Aid as it is in Canada or whatever it is, or child services here. But like back in the day, like when we was growing up, it wasn't the case. Like you got hit, the only thing you could do was like go to the top of the stairs and like you're sobbing and like, I hope you get hit by a bus and die. That was the only thing you could do. You could walk away and like threaten death on your mum and dad, like not you doing it, but someone else. But if that ever happened, like it'd devastate you.
Like finding kryptonite. I thought I'd try it. I was about to get my next beating. I stopped my dad. I go, don't do it. I'll phone Children's Aid. You ever had your parents call your bluff? You'll do what? I'll phone Children's Aid. Is that right? Oh. Well, let me get you the phone, tough guy. What are you doing? If I phone Children's Aid, you'll get in trouble. I might get into a little bit of trouble. But I know that it's going to take them 23 minutes to get here. In that time, somebody gonna get hurt real bad.
I really enjoyed that. I'm not gonna lie, that was really funny. That I wasn't expecting it to be as funny as that, to be fair. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. And at the same time, I'm looking at different things here now. There's a couple more of these Russell Peters ones that I'm looking at that. Yeah, that I think I found another comedian that I want to dive into a little bit more to find out more about him. But yeah, no, this was really, really funny. And like I said, that I love a comedian that does the accents of like as many different people as they can. That some people find it offensive. I really don't. I really enjoy hearing it. And I really, really did like this one. So guys, that's where you come in. If you are a Russell Peters fan and there's any other Russell Peters that you want me to react to, please do let me know in the comments down below and I will get round to doing it. But until then, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Be kind. See you in the next one. Oh, my jaw.